You know what hurts the most? It's not rejection. It's confusion. It's wondering if the person who lights up your world even sees you the same way. You feel the butterflies, the connection, the spark, but then you second guess yourself. Is he just being nice? Is he just friendly? Or is there something more he's not saying out loud? You sit there replaying conversations, decoding glances, holding on to every text like it's a secret message. You're not crazy. You're not overthinking. You're human. And when a man is secretly attracted to you, he shows it, even when he doesn't say it. You just need to know what to look for. Because the truth, attraction never hides completely. It leaks out through his actions, through his energy, and through the things he tries not to say. So let's pull back the curtain. Let's decode what his silence is screaming. Let me walk you through the signs that matter. Because once you recognize these, you'll stop doubting yourself. Here's what to pay close attention to. He remembers the smallest details. Not because he has to, but because something about you has taken up space in his mind in a way he can't shake off. And you might think it's nothing when he brings up that song you mentioned in passing 3 weeks ago, or the exact way you like your sandwich, or the fact that you said you hate mornings but love the quiet just before the sun comes up. You may brush it off, thinking he's just observant or being polite. But what you don't realize is, this is not about manners. This is about focus. It's about how his brain locks onto anything and everything that involves you. When a man is secretly attracted to you, he pays attention in a way that's almost surgical. He stores your words like treasures. He notices the way your voice drops when you're sad even though you're smiling. He picks up on your mood even when you haven't said a word. Because for him, you're not just another person in the room. You're the one his mind drifts to when he's in a meeting, or driving home, or lying in bed at the ceiling, trying to figure out how to tell you that you've become more important than he ever intended. That kind of attention isn't forced. It's instinctive. It's how you know something deeper is going on beneath the surface. He doesn't write it down. He doesn't try to remember. He just does. Because when someone matters to you, you naturally start building mental shelves just for them. And he's been stocking those shelves with all the little pieces of you. The way you laugh, the names of your friends, the goals you casually mentioned for next year. Even the scent of the perfume you wore that one time. You may not realize it, but when he remembers those things, it's his heart trying to speak through the only language he feels safe using: subtlety. Because maybe he's scared. Scared of losing a friendship. Scared of reading the signs wrong. Scared of being vulnerable. So instead of saying, "I think about you all the time," he says, "Didn't you mention you like that author?" Or, "I remember you said your mom's birthday is coming up." Those aren't small comments. They're loaded with intent. He notices things that others overlook. When you wear a new color, when you cut your hair just slightly shorter, when you change your profile picture, he notices. And if he comments, even better. But even if he doesn't, his gaze lingers a little longer. His compliments carry a softness, a hesitation, as if he's trying not to let too much of his real feelings spill out. Because the truth is, he's thinking about you far more often than he lets on. And remembering these details is how he stays connected to you in the spaces where he doesn't feel brave enough to say what he really feels. You might catch him bringing up something that even you forgot. Like a conversation you had months ago, a story you shared late one night, something seemingly insignificant, but to him it wasn't, because you said it. And when you speak, he listens, not just with his ears, but with his heart. Attraction isn't always loud. Sometimes it's in the quietest moments. In the, "I remembered this because it reminded me of you" texts. In the way he brings you your favorite drink without asking. In the way he recalls the exact day you had that big meeting and follows up to ask how it went. He's not trying to impress you. He's not doing it because he wants a gold star. He's doing it because he sees you. And that seeing, that deep, tender awareness of who you are and what matters to you, is one of the clearest signs that his feelings go far beyond the surface. Most people talk. Most people forget. But not him. He holds on to pieces of you like they're sacred. He treats your words like they carry weight. Because to him they do. It might be subtle. It might be easy to miss if you're looking for grand gestures. But don't underestimate the power of consistency. Don't overlook the man who remembers when no one else does. Because that's the man whose heart is already halfway yours, whether he said it or not. That kind of memory, that kind of focus, that kind of attention. It doesn't come from someone who's indifferent. It comes from someone who's captivated, someone who's trying to slow us without making it obvious, someone who's falling, but quietly. And sometimes, the quietest kind of love is the most sincere. So next time he mentions something you said in passing, pause. Don't rush past it. Because in that moment, he's telling you something his mouth hasn't found the courage to say, "Yet you matter to me. I'm paying attention, I see you." He finds excuses to be around you, and at first, it might not even register in your mind. It looks innocent, it feels casual. Maybe he offers to help you carry something. Maybe he suddenly shows interest in something you like, your favorite coffee shop, your workout class, the book you've been reading. Maybe he just happens to be in the same places as you. But nothing is ever as random as it seems when someone is secretly attracted to you, because people make time for the things they care about and they show up for the people who matter, even if they're trying to pretend they're not. It starts subtly. He texts you about something small, something that doesn't really require a conversation, but he does it anyway. He reaches out to ask about a recommendation or shares a meme he thinks you'll laugh at. He creates reasons to interact with you, reasons to linger, reasons to stay in your world a little longer. And even when the reason runs out, he stays. He stretches the moment. He keeps the conversation going. Because being around you doesn't feel like effort. It feels like peace, like excitement, like something real he doesn't want to let go of just yet. He starts to align his schedule with yours without making it obvious. If he knows when you'll be somewhere, somehow he's there too. Not in a pushy way, not in a creepy way, just in a way that seems natural. It might be a coincidence once, maybe even twice. But after a while, you start to notice he's always around, and not just physically, but emotionally too. He shows up when you're having a rough day. He checks in when you're quiet. He makes sure his presence is felt. Not with loud declarations, but with quiet consistency. And here's what you need to understand. People who aren't interested don't go out of their way to be near you. They don't shift their routines or step into your world with genuine curiosity. But someone who is secretly attracted to you, he wants proximity, his connection, and even if he can't say it directly, his actions speak volumes. Being near you brings him a sense of joy, a sense of possibility, even a sense of safety. And so he leans in, he stays close, because physical closeness feels like emotional closeness, and that's what he's really craving. You might notice how he volunteers to help even when he doesn't need to. If you're moving apartments, he offers to help. If your car breaks down, he's the first to ask if you need a ride. If you mention a problem you're dealing with, he's thinking about solutions before you even finish your sentence. That's not just kindness, that's investment. That's him finding ways to insert himself into your life, hoping that maybe, just maybe, you'll start to see him the way he sees you. Even when he's busy, even when he's got a lot going on, he finds a window for you. He replies quicker than he does to anyone else. To follow up, he doesn't disappear for days and come back with excuses. Because when someone wants to be around you, they make it happen. He doesn't wait until he has free time. He creates time. He rearranges. He shows up. And sometimes he doesn't even realize he's doing it. That's what makes it so real. Sometimes he doesn't even try to hide it. He'll say things like, "I just figured you might need some company." Or, "I was in the area and thought I'd drop by." But deep down, you know he made the trip for the errand. Not for convenience, for you. Because being near you feels like oxygen. It fills a space in him that nothing else does. And even if he can't name it yet, he feels it every time he's around you. And especially when he's not, he engages in your interests, not because he's pretending, but because he's curious about the things that make you light up. Maybe he starts watching the shows you like, reading the books you mentioned, asking questions about your passions. That's not just small talk. That's connection. That's him building a bridge to you brick by brick, hoping you'll walk across it too. And even when you're in a group setting, you notice how he always finds a way to sit near you, talk to you, look at you. His energy is drawn toward yours. Like a magnet he doesn't know how to turn off. He may not say anything flirtatious. He may not make any obvious moves, but the way he positions himself in your space, the way he laughs at your jokes more than anyone else, the way his body turns toward you, it all says what his words haven't. Sometimes he'll go quiet. He'll pull back. Not because he's no longer interested, but because the feeling is too much. Because being around you reminds him how much he wants to say and how afraid he is to ruin what you already have. But he always comes back. That pull, it's real, and he can only resist it for so long before his desire to be near you outweighs his fear of what might happen next. And you, if you're honest with yourself, you feel it too. You feel that energy when he walks into the room. You feel his presence before he even speaks. You notice how your mood shifts when he's near, because this kind of connection doesn't stay hidden forever. It lives in the glances, the pauses, the ways he lingers just a moment longer than he needs to. The truth is, people don't hover where they feel nothing. They don't insert themselves into lives they don't care about. And they don't make repeated efforts to be near someone unless their heart is already involved. So pay attention to the man who keeps showing up, not just once, not just when it's easy, but consistently, quietly, faithfully. Because that's not just a habit, that's attraction. And more often than not, it's love, quietly waiting for permission to speak. He mirrors your behavior without realizing it. And in the beginning, It might seem like nothing more than coincidence. Maybe he crosses his arms when you do. Maybe he laughs a little louder at your jokes than anyone else. Or maybe he uses phrases you've said in casual conversation. But when a man is secretly attracted to you, these coincidences aren't really coincidences at all. They're signals. He's mirroring you because deep down, he's trying to connect with you in ways words often fail to express. Mirroring is a subconscious act. It's a form of imitation that happens when people feel a natural affinity for each other. It's something we all do to bond, to feel more comfortable around others, to create a sense of alignment. But when a man is mirroring you, it's far more than just trying to fit in. It's his way of signaling that he feels connected to you, even when he's not able to vocalize it. It's the closest thing he can do to showing that he's emotionally in sync with you without having to say, "I like you," outright. You'll notice how he adopts your body language. Maybe you've leaned in during a conversation, and suddenly his posture shifts, subtly leaning in toward you as well. Maybe you cross your legs or shift your stance, and you catch him doing the same thing just a few moments later. These little gestures seem simple, but they carry weight. When a man mirrors you, he's not just copying your movements. He's aligning himself with you on a deeper, unspoken level. It's like a silent conversation happening between the two of you, one that transcends words and speaks directly to the emotions he's trying to communicate. It's more than body language, though. His language, too, starts to echo yours. He might start using phrases you've said in passing, repeating the same expressions that you use. If you're someone who often says, "It is what it is," or "That's just how I see it," you might hear him say the exact same things in a casual conversation weeks later. It may seem like a coincidence, but it's not. He's picking up on the rhythm of your speech because it may feel closer to you. The words you become a shared vocabulary between you both, an unspoken connection that grows stronger each time he adopts them as his own. This mirroring can even extend to more personal habits. If you talk about your love for early morning runs or your obsession with a particular TV show, you might suddenly find that he's picked up on those little details and incorporated them into his own life. You might notice him striking up a conversation about the same show or mentioning how he started running because you do. These things are not accidental. When someone is drawn to you, they want to know everything about you. They want to share your interests, your thoughts, your passions. And the way they do that is by blending their own actions and interests with yours, without even consciously realizing that they're doing it. The most fascinating part about mirroring is that it doesn't happen physically or verbally. It happens emotionally too. When you share something vulnerable, something deep within you, and he responds with an almost identical emotion, that's a form of mirroring as well. If you're feeling particularly excited about a new opportunity or something that has sparked your passion, you might notice how he lights up too. He doesn't just offer a polite smile or nod. He mirrors your excitement. He genuinely shares your enthusiasm, almost as if he's feeling the same thing you are. This emotional mirroring is one of the most powerful signs of attraction. It's his way of showing that your feelings matter to him, that he's invested in your emotional world, even if he hasn't said it directly. The more you observe, the more you realize that this mirroring extends beyond the physical or emotional, comes a full-on synchrony between the two of you. It's in the way he reacts to the same situations you react to. If you're in a room full of people and something amusing happens, notice how he's laughing in the same way you are. If something uncomfortable happens, see how his body tenses up just like yours. This isn't something that's planned. It's something that happens naturally when two people are emotionally in tune with each other. The closer he feels to you, the more his reactions, movement, expressions will align with yours. It's easy to brush off small instances of mirroring as random. But when they start to accumulate, when you notice him continuously matching your energy, your tone, your style, it becomes clear to you in a way that is both subtle and profound. He wants to be like you, to share in your world, to experience life from the same lens you do. And while it may not be the boldest or most obvious way of showing affection, it is incredibly telling. Why does he mirror you? Because at its core, mirroring is a sign of attraction. It's not just about fitting in, it's about feeling a deeper connection. When you mirror someone, you're essentially saying, "I see you. I understand you. I feel the same way you do." And this is exactly what's happening when he mirrors you. It's his silent way of communicating that he is on the same page, that he is interested in aligning with you, even if he's not ready to confess his feelings out loud just yet. And what's important to understand is that he's not doing it on purpose. It's not a manipulative tactic or a game. It's a subconscious act, a natural response to the attraction he feels. It's something that's almost impossible to fake. People can pretend to be interested, but mirroring, the deep, authentic mirroring that happens when someone is emotionally invested, is something that can't be mimicked easily. It happens because to be close to you, he wants to feel the same things you feel. He wants to share the same space, the same energy, the same world as you do. And so, without thinking, he begins to mirror your every move, your every word, your every emotion. It may seem like something small. It may seem like a simple gesture that doesn't mean much. But when you recognize the patterns, when you notice how he is aligning with you on all levels, physically, emotionally, and mentally, that's when you start to understand the depth of his feelings. Mirroring is not just about imitation. It's about connection. And when he mirrors you, it's his way of saying, I'm here. I'm paying attention. I'm with you. And that's something only someone with true, genuine attraction can do. He gets nervous around you, and you can see it in the way he reacts. It's subtle at first. He fidgets with his hands, runs them through his hair, shifts his weight from one foot to the other. Maybe his words come out a little faster or a little quieter than usual. Maybe he looks away a bit more often than he normally would, and you notice that his confidence wavers in your presence. This nervous energy isn't a sign of weakness, but of something far deeper, something far more powerful. It's his way of showing you that he cares. When someone is secretly attracted to you, nervous is a natural response. You bring out emotions in him that are both exhilarating and terrifying at the same time. There's something about you, something about your presence, that makes him feel vulnerable. And vulnerability is uncomfortable. It's that raw feeling of being exposed, of knowing that someone can see deeper into who you are than most people ever will. The nervousness you see, it's a sign that he values your opinion, that he wants to make a good impression, and that your perception of him matters more than anything else. And here's the thing, you can feel it too. There's a certain kind of electricity in the air when he's around. It's not the kind of nervousness you feel when you're around someone you don't care about, the kind that makes you squirm in your seat. It's the kind of nervousness that comes with excitement, anticipation, and the hope that something more could happen between the two of you. When he's nervous, it's because he's holding on to something bigger, something he can't quite put into words, and thought it may look like awkwardness. It's really a reflection of how much he's invested in the moment and how much he's drawn to you. One of the most telling signs of his nervousness is how he stumbles over his words when he's talking to you. It's not that he's unsure of what to say. It's that the weight of his feelings makes it harder for him to get the words out. He might start a sentence and then pause as if reconsidering whether he's being too forward. Or he might speak faster, trying to get everything out in one breath because he's afraid of losing his chance to express himself. But in the end, his nervousness only makes him more endearing. You see that it's not just a casual conversation for him. It's a chance to connect with you, a chance to impress you, a chance to reveal a small part of how he really feels. It's easy to overlook this nervousness. Most people would attribute it to being shy or socially awkward, but the truth is that this type of nervous energy is deeply rooted in attraction. When a man is secretly attracted to you, his body betrays him. He might feel out of control in a way that he's not used to. And because he's trying to contain his emotions, he ends up expressing them through small, nervous tics, things that tell you more than words ever could. You might catch him avoiding eye contact more often than usual, not because he doesn't like you, but because looking at you feels like staring directly into the intensity of his emotions. When someone is attracted to you, maintaining eye contact can feel like exposing a part of their soul they're not ready to reveal. Eye contact be direct line to his feelings, and that makes him uncomfortable. So he looks away, only to come back to meet your gaze again, hoping you don't notice how quickly his heart is racing. His nervousness can also manifest physically. Maybe he starts to sweat a little more than usual, or he adjusts his clothes in an attempt to make himself look more composed. These are signs of his inner turmoil. His desire to present the best version of himself to you wants to look good. He wants to be impressive. He wants to be someone you can rely on, someone you can admire. But at the same time, all of that pressure is making him more aware of every little detail about himself. And in those moments, his vulnerability shines through. It's the part of him that wants to be seen for who he really is, even though he's terrified that you might see through the mask he's trying to wear. But perhaps one of the most significant indicators of his nervousness is how much he remembers. While he may forget certain details with others, when it comes to you, everything matters. He'll recall things you said in passing, moments you might have brushed off as insignificant. It's as if he's holding on to those moments in his mind, afraid to let them slip away because they represent the connection he so deeply craves. When he's nervous, he's paying close attention, too close attention sometimes, because the idea of losing that connection scares him more than anything else. He might also try to make sure everything is perfect when you're around. He'll go out of his way to be punctual, to dress well, to make sure the conversation flows smoothly. This is his way of making sure you see him in the best light possible. His nervousness isn't because he doesn't know how to handle you. It's because he cares too much about the impression he leaves. When someone is attracted to you, they want you to see them as capable, confident, and worthy of your time. And in trying to control everything around him, he ends up revealing his own anxiety about whether he's good enough. But even in his nervousness, there's something else that's undeniable. He's drawn to you. The nervousness isn't a barrier. It's a doorway. It's a sign that he's vulnerable and that he's willing to let you see a part of him that he doesn't often show to others. And despite how it might look, this nervousness is a powerful reminder of how much he's invested in your connection. He's not hiding from you. He's trying to figure out how to be the best version of himself in front of you. And sometimes that means stumbling, making mistakes, and feeling exposed. What you need to understand is that nervousness in these situations isn't something to be dismissed. It's his way of signaling that he's interested in you, deeply. It's his way of telling you that you matter to him. It's not about being perfect in front of you, it's about being real. And realness means vulnerability. Realness means stepping outside his comfort zone and letting you see that even he doesn't always have it all figured out. So, when he fidgets, when his words stumble, when his hands shake a little, or he looks away at the wrong moment, don't mistake it for a lack of interest. Don't assume that his nervousness means he's unsure of you. In fact, it's quite the opposite. His nervousness is proof that he cares. It's proof that he's emotionally invested. It's proof that being in your presence matters to him in ways he can't easily put to words. And if you pay close attention to those little nervous moments, you'll realize just how much he's trying to you what he feels, without actually saying it aloud. He shows up when you least expect it, and it's not just a coincidence. It's deliberate, even if he doesn't say it out loud. You'll find that whenever you're in need, whenever you're facing a challenge, or even when you're just going about your day, there he is, making sure to be a part of your life in subtle ways. It's not about being the center of attention or making grand gestures. It's about being there, being present, and showing you that you're important to him no matter what. When a man is secretly attracted to you, his presence becomes a silent promise that he'll be there whether you realize it or not. This isn't about the occasional text or phone call. This is about him being present in your life, showing up in the background in ways that make it clear he's paying attention, he's involved, and he's ready to be a steady force in your world. Maybe he just happens to be at the same place you're at. Perhaps he offers to help when he knows you're struggling with something, or maybe he shows up for a casual hangout even though it wasn't planned. In these moments, it's not just about the act itself. It's about what that act means. He's not just there because it's convenient or because he feels obligated. He's there because he cares. He's there because he wants to be a part of your life, in whatever way that might look like. The thing about showing up for someone is that it goes beyond physical presence. It's about emotional availability too. A man who is secretly attracted to you will be there not just in body, but also in mind and heart. He's emotionally invested, paying attention to the little things you need, even when you don't ask for help. If you've ever found him showing up with something you needed, even though you never told him, that's not by accident. He's paying attention to you on a level that goes beyond casual interest. He's tuned into your needs, your struggles, and your joys. This kind of attention isn't something someone gives lightly. It's a reflection of the care he has for you, the importance you hold in his life. And when he shows up, it's not about making a spectacle. He's not trying to get attention for being the hero or the one who always swoops in to save the day. Instead, he's there quietly, making sure you know he's available whenever you need him. It's the small things that show up in the way he acts. See, maybe he holds the door open for you without a second thought. Maybe he's there to give you a ride when it's the last thing you expected. Or maybe he's just the first to lend an ear when you need someone to listen. These moments matter because they show you that he's more than just a fleeting presence in your life. He's there to stay as a quiet but constant support system. His presence is not just about filling the physical space, it's about making sure you feel seen, heard, and valued. When a man is attracted to you, he doesn't want to be invisible. He wants you to recognize that he's there for you, not as a fleeting moment, but as someone who genuinely cares about your well-being. It's like he's silently saying, I see you, I understand you, and I'm here to help. This kind of presence often goes unnoticed by those who aren't paying attention. It's not loud or flashy. It's the quiet comfort of knowing that you're never truly alone when he's around. What makes this type of showing up even more profound is the way he does it without expecting anything in return. He's not trying to get validation for his actions. He's not looking for praise. He's not doing it for thank you or the attention. It's about you. It's about showing you that he's there when you need him, that he's a person you can rely on when things get tough, His actions speak louder than words ever could. He's there for you not because he's trying to impress you, but because he genuinely wants to support you in whatever way he can. Perhaps the most telling part about his presence is how it shifts when you're around. When you're not looking, he might be casually distant or preoccupied. But when you enter the room, it's like his whole energy shifts. He becomes more present, more engaged, more interested in everything you have to say. This change in energy is a sign of how deeply attracted he is to you. His whole demeanor adjusts because your presence has an effect on him. It's not about trying to make you feel special. It's about how he feels when you're near. He's not consciously trying to draw attention to himself, but it's clear that when you're there, he becomes more alive, more aware, and more attentive. His presence reflects his attraction, his desire to be close to you, and his need to connect with you on a deeper level. Another important aspect of showing up is the consistency. It's not just about being there once in a while or during the good times. It's about being present during the difficult moments too. When you're going through something challenging or when life isn't going as planned, that's when his presence becomes even more significant. He's the one who steps up without being asked, the one who checks in you when things aren't looking great, and the one who offers support when others might shy away. His consistent presence is proof of his attraction. It's his way of saying, I'm not just here when things are easy. I'm here when things are hard too. This consistency is something that a man who is truly invested in you can give. He's not here to just ride the waves of your good days. He's here to help navigate the storms too. And the beauty of his presence is that it's never forced. You'll never feel like he's just showing out of obligation or because he feels like he should. You'll never sense that he's only around when it's convenient for him. No, his presence is always genuine. It's always there because he wants it to be, because he wants to be part of your world, even when it's messy, complicated, or unpredictable. This authentic presence, this willingness to be there for you in every sense, is one of the clearest signs of his attraction to you. He's not just a visitor in your life, he's making himself a permanent part of it, quietly but surely, and that's what makes his actions so meaningful. At the end of the day, it's about the way he shows up for you, not just physically, but emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. When someone is genuinely attracted to you, they want to be present in every aspect of your life. They want to show up for the big moments, the small moments, and even the mundane moments that might seem insignificant to others. And when he shows up for you without fail, you'll know this isn't just about attention or affection. This is about something deeper. This is about a bond that he's committed to nurturing in every way that he can. He makes an effort to remember the smallest details about you, and it's not because he's trying to impress you, it's because he genuinely cares. He's paying attention to the things you might even realize are important. Maybe you casually mention that you love a certain type of coffee, and the next time you see him, he shows up with it as if he's been keeping track of everything you ever said. Or perhaps you spoke about a book you've been meaning to read, and suddenly he's bringing it up in conversation, having already done the research. He's listening not because he wants to appear thoughtful, but because he wants to show you that your words matter to him. These small, seemingly insignificant things reveal a lot more than he might think. They are the silent signs that he's paying attention, that he's been mentally cataloging everything you've shared, and that he's invested in you in ways that go far beyond surface-level attraction. When a man is secretly attracted to you, remembering details is just a sign of attentiveness. It's a sign of emotional connection. He's not simply trying to remember facts for the sake of being charming or winning you over. His motivation runs much deeper. By remembering the things you've said, he's trying to build a connection one detail at a time. This is how relationships are built, through shared experiences, conversations, and the small moments that create a sense of belonging. It's his way of showing that he's taking the time to understand who you are as a person, and that he wants to be a part of your world, even in the most intimate and small ways. He knows that relationships are formed by these tiny moments, the ones that often go unnoticed. It's his way of silently saying, I'm here. I'm listening. I value. This attentiveness to detail can also extend to your emotions, the way you express your feelings, and even your body language. When a man is genuinely attracted to you, he's not just memorizing the words you say, he's paying attention to the underlying tone and the subtle signals you give off. He might notice when you're stressed or when you're excited, when you're sad or when you're happy, and he'll remember those shifts in your emotional state. He can read between the lines of what you say, picking up on the things that others might miss. This sensitivity isn't just about being nice or thoughtful. It's about understanding the deeper layers of who you are, and when he remembers how you felt during a particular event or how you responded to something, it's a clear sign that he's not only attracted to you physically, but that he's connected to your emotional world as well. One of the most powerful aspects of remembering details is how it makes you feel. When someone remembers the little things about you, it creates a sense of validation. You feel seen, heard, and understood in a way that's incredibly rare. It's easy to feel invisible in a world that often focuses on surface-level interactions, where people are too busy to listen or pay attention to the nuances of each other's lives. But when a man makes an effort to remember the smallest details about you, it sends the message that you matter, that your preferences, your feelings, and your opinions are worth considering. It's an affirmation that you are more than just someone passing through his life. You're someone he wants to know intimately and deeply. His attention to detail isn't about winning you over with grand gestures or flashy acts of kindness. It's about showing that he values you in the quiet, everyday moments. It's also worth noting that his ability to remember these things is not just a reflection of his attraction. It's a reflection of his commitment. To remember small details, a person has to be present, engaged, and emotionally available. When he pays attention to what you like, what you don't like, what makes you happy or sad, it shows that he's invested in building a relationship with you. This type of commitment doesn't just happen overnight. It's built through countless conversations, shared experiences, and a genuine interest in getting to know each other on a deeper level. It's not about impressing you with a one-time act of kindness. It's about creating a foundation that's based on true understanding and a willingness to meet you where you are. Every detail he remembers is a testament to his desire to build something meaningful between you, no matter how small or fleeting the moments might seem. Remembering details also shows his consistency. This is important because attraction isn't just about the initial spark or the chemistry that draws two people together. It's about maintaining that connection over time, showing up for each other, and being there through both the easy and difficult moments. When he remembers the things you've said, even in passing, it shows that he's paying attention over the long haul. He's not just interested in you for a fleeting moment or for a quick connection. He's interested in you for who you are, and that interest doesn't fade with time. If he recalls things you said months ago, it means he's thinking about you even when you're not around, and that's a clear sign that he values you on a deeper level. The way he remembers small things can also reveal his intentions. He might not always express his feelings directly, but his actions speak volumes. For instance, if you casually mentioned how much you love a certain type of dessert, and the next time you're together, he shows up with that dessert in hand, it's his way of saying, "I care about making you happy." If he remembers what you like to drink or the type of music that calms you down, it's his way of showing that he's thinking about you even when you're not with him. These acts of remembering go beyond just being thoughtful. They represent a deeper emotional investment in you as a person and a desire to show you that he's paying attention in ways that matter. What's important to note is that this attentiveness isn't just about remembering what you like. It's about remembering the way you make him feel. When a man is attracted to you, he'll remember the way you made him laugh, the moments when you shared a deep connection, the times when you challenged him to be better, or the times when you showed kindness in unexpected ways. It's about the emotional impact you have on him that extends far beyond physical attraction. The little details he recalls aren't just about you. They're about the way you influence him, the way you shape his world, and the way your presence leaves a lasting impression on him. In the end, the small details he remembers are a reflection of the deeper bond he's trying to build with you. These are not just memories. They are pieces of a larger picture that he's creating, one where you're not just an afterthought, but an integral part of his life. He remembers these details because he understands you fully. And in doing so, he's showing you how deeply he's invested emotionally and mentally in you and the connection you share. This is a sign of attraction that's far more meaningful than mere words. It's a sign that he's thinking about you, caring for you, and prioritizing your presence in his life.